Tonight, we delve into the chilling world of the top 10 cursed objects that could be hiding in plain sight. Prepare yourselves, because after this, you might look at your grandmother's antique doll a little differently. Number 10. The Bassano Vase. A death sentence in porcelain. Imagine inheriting a beautiful, intricately carved silver vase. A family heirloom, perhaps? That's what befell the recipient of the Bassano vase in the 15th century. Legend has it, this ornate vessel was crafted from the silver of a witch's sacrificed mirror and imbued with a dark curse. The first owner died under mysterious circumstances shortly after acquiring it. Then, each subsequent owner met an untimely, often gruesome end. Sudden illnesses, freak accidents, inexplicable suicides. The vase, passed down through generations, brought nothing but misfortune and death. Eventually, a desperate family member, terrified of its dark power, tried to bury it in consecrated ground. But even there, it continued to exact its toll. Local villagers who disturbed its resting place reportedly fell ill and died. To this day, the Bassano vase is said to be locked away, hidden from human touch, a testament to the chilling power of an object designed for beauty, but destined for death. Number 9. The Anguished Man, a symphony of suffering. What if a painting could scream? Not metaphorically, but truly emit an agonizing sound? The Anguished Man is a painting said to be composed with the artist's own blood mixed with the oil paints, a medium that captured not just an image, but the very essence of despair. The artist, we are told, committed suicide shortly after completing it. Since then, those who possess the painting report a cacophony of unsettling phenomena. Whispers, moans, even guttural screams emanating from the canvas itself. Shadows dance in the periphery of vision, and a persistent feeling of dread permeates any room where the painting resides. One family, tormented by its presence, locked it away in a basement, only to hear the blood-curdling cries echoing from below, as if the painted man's anguish was tearing through the very fabric of their home. Is it a trick of the light? A figment of overactive imaginations? Or does this painting truly hold the tortured soul of its creator, forever trapped in a silent scream? Number 8. The Cursed Wedding Dress of Anna Baker, a Bride's Eternal Vengeance. Anna Baker, a wealthy heiress in the 19th century, fell deeply in love with a common iron worker. Her father, furious at the perceived dishonor, forbade the marriage. Anna, heartbroken, bought the most exquisite wedding dress she could find, hoping to defy him. But her father's will was stronger, and Anna never wore the dress. She lived a life of bitter spinsterhood, forever mourning her lost love. Upon her death, the dress was placed on display in her former bedroom, now a museum exhibit. Visitors began to report unsettling occurrences. The dress, encased in glass, would sway on its own, sometimes violently, as if an invisible bride were trying to wear it. On nights when the moon was full, some claimed to see a shadowy figure in the dress, gliding through the halls, a silent testament to Anna's eternal sorrow and resentment. Is it the lingering spirit of a jilted bride, forever trapped in the fabric of her unfulfilled dreams, or something far more malevolent, fueled by a century of heartbreak? Number 7. The Myrtles Plantation Mirror, reflections of the deceased. Mirrors, often seen as portals to other dimensions, take on a terrifying new meaning at the Myrtles Plantation in Louisiana. This historic antebellum home is considered one of the most haunted places in America. Among its many spectral residents, one of the most active is said to be Chloe, a slave girl tragically murdered on the plantation. Legend states that her spirit, and perhaps others, became trapped within an antique mirror in the house. Visitors to the plantation report seeing eerie handprints appearing on the mirror's surface, despite constant cleaning. Faces twisted in agony or frozen in shock are said to manifest in its reflections. Some claim to see the faint image of a woman in a green turban, believed to be Chloe, peering back at them from the silvered glass. Is it a mere trick of the light? Or does this mirror truly hold the spectral remnants of those who suffered and died within the plantation's walls, their reflections forever imprinted on its surface? Number 6. The Dybbuk Box, a spirit trapped, a curse unleashed. In Jewish folklore, a dybbuk is a malicious possessing spirit, a dislocated soul of a dead person. In 2001, a wooden wine cabinet, purchased at an estate sale, became infamous as the Dybbuk Box. The buyer, a collector of antique curiosities, soon began to experience a cascade of terrifying events. Nightmares, strange smells of jasmine and cat urine, and a persistent shadow figure became commonplace. Objects moved on their own, and family members developed mysterious illnesses and skin lesions. When the box was briefly given to a friend, they too experienced a string of misfortunes, including a debilitating stroke. The box was eventually featured on an episode of Ghost Adventures, where the crew experienced profound physical and psychological distress. Believed to contain a truly malevolent entity, the Dybbuk box is now reportedly hidden away, locked in a secure location. A chilling reminder that sometimes, what we acquire for curiosity's sake can unleash something truly unspeakable. Number 5. The Annabelle Doll, a rag doll's reign of terror. She looks innocent enough, a simple Raggedy Ann doll with button eyes and yarn hair, but the Annabelle doll is far from harmless. Her story began in 1970 when a student nurse received her as a birthday gift. Soon, strange things started happening. The doll would move on its own, appearing in different rooms. Later, notes written on parchment, pleading for help, began to appear around the apartment. Eventually, the doll became overtly aggressive, scratching and even attempting to strangle residents. Terrified, the owners contacted paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. Their conclusion was chilling. The doll was not possessed by a spirit, but rather a conduit for a demonic entity that sought to possess a human soul. Now encased in a locked glass box at the Warrens Occult Museum, the Annabelle doll stands as a stark warning. Sometimes, evil can reside in the most innocuous of forms, waiting for an opportunity to strike. Number 4. The Hands Resist Him, a gateway to nightmares. This painting, created by Bill Stoneham in 1972, depicts a young boy and a doll-like girl standing in front of a glass door, behind which numerous ghostly hands press outward. It achieved internet infamy in 2000 when it was listed on eBay with a chilling warning: the painting was cursed. The original gallery owner and an art critic who viewed the painting both reportedly died shortly after encountering it. The couple who eventually purchased it claimed their young daughter saw the figures in the painting moving and even exiting the frame at night. They heard whispers and felt an oppressive presence. The boy in the painting was said to change expression, sometimes holding a gun. When the painting was later put up for auction, the sellers warned potential buyers about its dark history. Is this merely a psychological phenomenon, or does this haunting canvas truly act as a gateway, allowing something sinister to cross from its painted realm into ours? Number 3. The Cursed Chair of Busby, a seat for the departed. In 1702, Thomas Busby, a notorious drunkard and murderer, was condemned to death by hanging. His last request was to have his final meal at his favorite pub in Thirsk, England. After finishing his drink, Busby declared, "May sudden death come to anyone who dares to sit in my chair." He then went to the gallows, and so the legend of the Cursed Chair of Busby began. For centuries, anyone foolish enough to sit in that chair met a sudden and tragic end. Car accidents, heart attacks, bizarre accidents. During World War II, airmen from a nearby base were forbidden to sit in it after a string of unexplained deaths among those who dared. Eventually, in 1972, the pub owner donated the chair to the Thirsk Museum, where it hangs suspended from the ceiling, preventing anyone from ever sitting in it again. A chilling reminder that even after death, a man's rage can linger, casting a deadly shadow over an innocent object. Number 2. The Hope Diamond, a gemstone's bloodlust. It sparkles with an ethereal blue, a mesmerizing beauty that belies its dark history. The Hope Diamond, a 45 5.2-carat deep blue gem, is perhaps the most famous cursed object in the world. Originally part of the French blue, stolen during the French Revolution, the diamond has left a trail of misfortune, madness, and death in its wake. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette, its early owners, were both guillotined. Later owners faced ruin, suicide, or violent deaths. Evelyn Walsh McLean, an American heiress who famously owned the diamond in the early 20th century, experienced a series of unspeakable tragedies. Her mother died, her daughter committed suicide, her son died in a car crash, and her husband committed suicide. The diamond seemed to feast on the misfortune of its possessors, a vampiric jewel draining the life and happiness from those who dared to claim its beauty. Is it merely a coincidence? Or does this magnificent gem truly possess a malevolent energy, a thirst for human suffering? Number 1. The Robert the Doll, a child's plaything, a demon's vessel. He sits there, in his little sailor suit, a benign smile on his stitched face. But Robert the Doll, residing in a museum in Key West, Florida, is far from benign. His story begins in the early 20th century when he was given to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto. Soon, strange occurrences plagued the Otto household. Objects would move, furniture would be overturned, and Robert would blame the doll, claiming, "Robert did it." Neighbors reported seeing the doll move from window to window when no one was home. Eugene himself would later claim the doll's eyes changed and that he could hear giggling from within his room. After Eugene's death, new owners of the house continued to experience terrifying phenomena: disembodied laughter, footsteps, and the doll itself seemingly moving on its own. Now under glass in the Fort East Martello Museum, visitors who disrespect Robert by taking his picture without asking or by mocking him reportedly face a string of bad luck, accidents, and even death. The museum is filled with letters from people begging Robert's forgiveness for their transgressions. Is he merely a doll, a focus for collective fear, or is he something far more ancient and powerful, a chilling testament to how an inanimate object can become a living nightmare? The world is full of wonders, but it's also brimming with unexplained phenomena, chilling mysteries, and objects that defy logical explanation. The line between the ordinary and the terrifying can sometimes be blurred, even erased, by the lingering echoes of dark histories. If these stories have sent a shiver down your spine and left you wondering what else lurks unseen, then you're exactly where you need to be. Join our community of truth seekers and curious minds. We'll continue to explore the hidden depths of the unknown, one shocking revelation at a time.